trouble, 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 trouble. You know I might get in trouble. You know I might get in trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble. Yeah, I may get in trouble with this. Yeah, I might hit the button with this. T.Cooke Briaunna Monet, yeah, you know how we coming with this. Heat it up like the summer with this. They tryna kick it, wanna punt it with us. Yeah, they say it's something in the water, so I went out and flooded on my wrist.
Back with another episode of I May Get in Trouble for This. It's your boy T.Cooke.
It's Briaunna Monet. Hey.
What's up?
I missed you last week.
Yup.
Had to dip off. Yeah.
Facts.
How was that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Gotta clear your mind sometime, you know what I'm saying?
Travel is good for the soul.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. But we back. It's a lot to cover this week.
A lot. I'm looking at this list right now. Like.
Facts. What you want to get into first?
Just start, I think. Just go with anything.
The hottest topic right now is Lil Nas X versus Boosie.
Okay. I see that was first, so I'm not even aware of this, so you have to fill me in a little bit.
Lil Nas X posted a video yesterday, and he said that he's working on a song with Lil Boosie.
That was not what I was expecting at all.
Oh, it
not
gets
a
better.
collab.
Hold on, it gets better. It gets better. Well, I don't know if necessarily better, but so everybody's like, I mean, you know, Lil Nas X is a troll. He's like the biggest troll as well. Mm-hmm. So nobody knew if it was serious or not. I want to say within an hour of him posting that video, Lil Boosie claps back on Twitter in a sense deleted tweet because Twitter deleted this tweet. That's how homophobic it was.
Boosie is forever getting deleted off social media.
So this is what he says, and y'all bear with me because I'm going to do some edits.
Okay. He
says, "Stop trolling me, the F word that rhymes with maggot. LOL, you a whole B playing with a gangster." I should probably do it in Boosie's voice.
Yeah, please. Just make it better. Yeah. Please.
You a whole B playing with a gangster. Shaking my head. You can keep sucking and getting effed in your A. In peace. In hashtag you hate yourself. I would too if you was LOL. If I was you, LOL. I think it's some typos, but hold on.
Oh no, please. Like I love the broken English.
And then it says
even though English is his first language, but go ahead.
If you hashtag commit,
oh my gosh,
you would do this world a huge favor and nobody wants you here. And so it's just like a lot to unpack with that tweet right there. So
he's gotta go.
So after that went viral, like literally people was reporting the tweet. It got taken down. Twitter deleted it. And yeah, Lil Nas X hasn't responded since then.
That is super. He took it way too far.
Yeah, it's super disgusting.
Yeah.
My homie hit me about it. He was like, "Yo, you see Boosie tweet?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, he out of pocket. Like that's too far.
He gotta go." I mean, there's no more. I already didn't see it for Boosie, but like it's just take him off all the socials. Give him 0 platforms.
Like you might have to do Boosie like they did Trump for real, because like it's just too far. It's like he could have actually like had fun with it, you know what I'm saying, and kind of like played with it, but he took it.
We already know
to a level that it didn't need to go.
How do we expect any better?
Like he really hates Lil Nas X. Like he really hates him to say like if you committed, the world would be a better place. Like come on, bro. Like just because he gay, like because his sexual preference. Like come on, man. Y'all gotta find some.
He went from saying take in the in peace.
Yeah.
How can he do that in peace when you alive?
Explain what you say. Oh, you said hockey. I get it. I get it.
Boosie, he gotta go. I mean, there's just no. He's a grown man.
Well, why is he?
He's been controversial for his own children, in his own ways.
Yeah, he's not the perfect. I mean, he's not a perfect parent. He got his.
Didn't he just get in trouble or something with the law?
I'm not sure, but I know like when his child turned like.
I remember. I don't even want to talk about it because that is sexual assault.
Yeah.
Or rape.
Facts.
For your child.
Facts. And you condone that, but you don't condone Lil Nas X's lifestyle. Like, it's hypocritical.
It's mental illness.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. So he went entirely too far. And
so is he off the Twitter platform?
No, he still got Twitter, but
we need to do something about that.
I thought the LGBTQ community was gonna cancel him, but I don't think they care enough about Boosie. Like I don't like, you know what I'm saying?
No, nobody cares about Boosie.
Yeah, I don't think it's
at all
that big of a deal to them. Like as opposed to like Dave Chappelle or somebody like that. Like they're just like okay, like you know what I'm saying. I haven't seen no boycotts or nothing like that about Boosie, so it's just like all right. I guess he's not mainstream enough.
Boosie is going to destroy himself. You know, like nobody really needs to cancel him. He's canceling himself. So.
At this point, I'm like, he was just starting it. Like he just did the Breakfast Club like probably a month ago. Just put a movie out
or something.
Yeah, he just put his movie out. So it's like you just starting to get a little bit of mainstream success, and then you just shoot yourself in the foot like this for real. It's like,
and I'm surprised he even got that far because he shouldn't have.
Like I'm just like at this point, like I mean everybody is entitled to their opinion, but at the same time it's like this is just like too far for me.
Not
like,
when that opinion harms others.
Yeah, I mean especially like attacking like I just thought it was just disgusting for real. Like some of the stuff I'm not gonna say Boosie is wrong with everything he says, but this was definitely out of pocket. I ain't gonna cap. Like this was too far. So. That's what's been the biggest thing within the last day or so.
Wow.
So, yeah, Lil Nas X hasn't responded to it. And like I said, I don't think he should give it no. I think he should just let Boosie suck the strut.
He might really be affected by this. I think he's still young. He's still so young. And he's received so much backlash for a young person. It's just...
Yeah. I mean, anybody...
That's heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I respect people that's living in their truth. So if Lil Nas X is living in his truth, salute to him. And like, evidently, that's Boosie's truth. He's living in it. But when you double down like that, you got to understand you're going to piss off a lot of people. And you're going to stop your own bags. So, hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that when you step outside the box and go against the grain, it's consequences to your actions.
It's not like against the grain. It's just like morally wrong or morally right. Like it's just that's black and white.
I mean, shout out Lil Nas X though. He did get his own day.
Yeah, in Atlanta. So shout out to Atlanta, of course. You know, on the right side of things. So.
Yeah, I heard Lil Nas X on the hood for real.
Really?
That's what I heard. I heard he valid in the hood. So, I mean, hey, shout out Atlanta for acknowledging him.
Rough him up. Gotta rough Boosie up.
We had to caught some goons. But Boosie got goons too. I don't know. I don't think they want to take it to the streets. But, hey.
Call your bros for assistance.
Hey, we'll see what's up.
I did see Bailey and Gunna Courtside. And all I really got was that everybody was more so appalled of the bottle of Dasani water.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That was sitting between them.
I didn't see
more
that.
than them sitting together, which is, I would have never put them together.
I mean, he did shoot his shot about a month ago.
Really? When?
On Instagram when she did that performance at the VMAs and she like licked the mic and then he was like, it's the tongue for me. Like, and so I don't know if that shot went
just
in.
A date, yeah.
I don't know if it was a date. I don't know if they just kicking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? My homie was at the game. And
really?
He said that he seen like, it looked like they was kind of together from what he said.
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see how it unfolds. But, yeah, that's I ain't gonna say an odd pairing. I just didn't see it coming. But,
yeah, I didn't. I would have never put that together. I don't know who I would have seen her with, but
Gunna seemed like a cool, like a chill nigga though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's
so
different.
I mean, and he's like, I mean, he be dressing and stuff. I mean, they said in the comments they was like, he gonna wear her purses or whatever. And I'm like, hey, y'all gotta chill out. Like,
I guess he had a recent performance in like this all red ensemble.
Oh yeah, they called him Gunna J Blige. But his vocals was on point though. He did it with Thugger.
Yeah.
Him and Thugger was on, I think.
Yeah.
So
I mean, okay. If they like it, I love it.
Yeah. Speaking of being spotted courtside, Sweetie and Roddy Ricch was spotted courtside at the Lakers game. And
this is like cuffing season. Like basketball season is cuffing season. I love it.
Hey, I was like, what's going on with this? And they said, Sweetie cleared it up though. She said, I guess allegedly anytime you being spotted out with a man, then you dating him or something like that. So I don't know if they seats were just close together and then they tried to put them together, but Sweetie was like she denied it.
That's true, though. He could have just gotten a ticket and she got a ticket and they just ended up, their tickets were together.
Yeah. But we haven't, I mean, she said that, but Chloe hasn't said nothing about Gunna, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it plays out, I guess.
I didn't see this, but Chloe Bailey says she doesn't like when a guy answers his phone call or her phone call every time she calls.
Yeah. She also tried to clear that up, too, but it was just like, bro.
What did she say by that? Like,
she was like, she wants a man that's busy. Well, when she cleaned it up, she said she wants a man that's busy too, or whatever. Which that makes more sense. But the initial statement was kind of wild.
it's just immature.
Said she doesn't like when a guy answers her phone every time that she calls. I'm like, I know some women like that. So I mean, I can
you better
understand
hit me
it.
back right away. Better not ever hesitate.
See, yeah. I mean, I guess it's a maturity thing. I don't know. She's
I mean,
young.
what's the point of the games? You know, like, I called you. You can pick up. I'm not going to be mad if you don't pick up, but I'm not going to be like, okay, so he answered this time, and this time. So next time he shouldn't answer.
Yeah, it's just childish.
Obviously, he's not busy enough.
It's just childish.
Maybe he just makes time for you.
It's just childish.
Yeah.
I mean, I just feel like women in general, like not all women, but certain
How old
women.
is she? Is she
Let's
our
look.
age?
No, she's definitely not our age.
Okay, so like Gen X.
She's like early 20s.
Oh, okay.
Let me check real quick.
Interesting. I mean, speaking of Courtside, though, while you check, did you see Adele Courtside?
Lil Rich Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that.
That Louis V coat, though, like,
Fire.
just...
Everybody popping out at the
She
games.
is rich.
Yeah, Adele is.
She
one of
screams
them.
rich. Like,
Yeah.
I
She
love
just
that.
dropped new music, too.
I
think.
know, and I haven't even gotten a chance to listen yet. I have to, like, mentally prepare myself to listen to Adele.
I think she just dropped a single.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'll probably just try to listen to everything in its totality.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Chloe Bailey, she's 23.
Okay.
So I mean, that's
Very
probably a
young.
mentality of a 23-year-old.
I guess so.
But I mean, trying to chase behind a man, basically, like, I feel like a lot of women do that though. Like, don't want it handed on a silver platter. Want some type of difficulty because that's what they thrive off of. But that's another story for a
Yeah,
different
you
day.
definitely grow out of that. Like, if it's not smooth sailing, I don't want to be on the boat. Please let me off. I'll jump overboard.
Somebody need to hear that message. I don't know who it is, but at the end of the day, I don't know why like women be chasing behind these niggas. I don't know why, but I see it more. I see it more often than I should. Put it like that.
Yeah.
My OG told me that like 2 years ago. He was like, one of the, like when you work in a workplace and like you might become close with somebody that's like 45 years old. They'd be like, yo, I would have never like had a relationship with you. But yeah,
Right.
my OG, I call him my OG. He was like, man, yeah, like women kind of thrive. Some women kind of thrive off of that. Like you make it too easy for them, you kind of disable them. They want some type of nuance, some type of difficulty. And I'm like, you know what? Can't even disagree with you with that. Well, I didn't really even understand when he said it in real time, but like in hindsight, yeah, he was 100% right. So, I mean, I think
This
that's
might
what
be
this
the woman
is.
you want to stay away from, though, because they are attracted to dysfunction. So
Yeah, I feel like some people just feel like some women just feel like if it's too good to be true, it is. Like you gotta find something. Like everything's going good. Oh no, I'm gonna go through his phone, or I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And it's like, bro, like why some of y'all thrive off that though?
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, cool out. You know what I'm saying? Just cool out. So, hey, hopefully she matures on that aspect.
I hope so.
But yeah. Speaking of basketball, I don't know if you've seen Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard got into a fight on their teammates, and they got into a fight on the bench. Like they were like, I'm like, I don't even know what it was about.
Oh, I was about to say,
They're
what was
both
it
big
over?
men. Like
Yeah.
so, it's like I don't know if they feel like it can only be one big man on this team, because I think they play the same position, center or whatever. So they was going back and forth, and it's not a good look. Like first of all,
No.
the Lakers got all this star talent. They got
Right.
Westbrook, Melo, LeBron, Dwight Howard, AD. Rajon Rondo, however you say it. It's like, bro, y'all gonna have to build some chemistry. Because I'm actually going for the Lakers. Because anywhere Melo go, y'all know that's my man. So anywhere Melo go, that's who I'm following. So like, I don't care if he's with Portland, the Nuggets, New York. It don't matter. I'm a Melo fan. So at the end of the day, I hope y'all get together because Melo deserve a ring. And
does he?
Yeah, he do. So.
I mean, honestly, it's looking a lot like the West Coast is going to take over, like the finals. Like, I would say the Warriors put together a pretty good team.
Warriors.
So I think it's going to be between like the Lakers and the Warriors.
You mean like for Western Conference Finals? Like,
yeah, and then just, I mean, all over championship.
I mean, you know, 2 West Coast teams can't go against each other, right? Like, so it only can be one. So one of them gonna come out of the West.
Wait a
and then
minute. Okay,
so
I watched sports, but obviously I'm not that well first.
Yeah,
Wait. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So it's only gonna be one of them to come out the West, and then somebody's gonna come out the East.
Right.
So
why did I think differently?
So yeah, I don't know. It's probably definitely not gonna be I can't say definitely, but it probably won't be the Nets because Kyrie Irving, he's unvaccinated.
The Nets is like falling apart, unfortunately, but
yeah, he's unvaccinated.
And we can't depend on KD again to carry the whole entire team. Like, he definitely tried and he succeeded, but
yeah. Speaking of Kyrie not getting vaccinated, that's been like in the news the past few weeks.
I know.
And Chris Brown actually came out and stood by Kyrie and said he supports his decision not to get the vaccine, and that Kyrie is the real hero. How you feel about that?
Yeah, we've talked about COVID so much on this show. So if you've watched, you already know how I feel. It still baffles me how people ignore numbers, hardcore evidence, and facts. At this point, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Like, I can't force you to do it. I can't force you to read or look at the research, like everybody's doing their quote unquote own research. It's been about 1.5 years. So what have you provided? What have you produced from your research? Nothing, because you're not doing research. You're just watching YouTube or reading, Twitter threads or whatever. And you're just going with whatever you feel resonates and fits your whatever opinion. I don't support his decision. I mean, everybody has their own right, I guess. It's just upsetting because you're really just ignoring all the facts here. So, okay.
Yeah,
if he's willing to give, if he's willing to give up his job, then all right. Like, as long as he's not throwing a tantrum over it, then.
Yeah, he did an Instagram live. It was like 20 or 30 minutes long, and he was kind of like addressing some of the things that people were saying as far as him retiring and everything like that. But I just feel like, if that's his decision, you got to know what comes with that. It's repercussions for your actions of not getting vaccinated. You're not going to play. You probably going to lose out on money. I think he is guaranteed a certain amount of money, even if he don't play this year. But like I said, it's
But even still, it's like you're going to make it difficult for other teams to want to work with you in the future.
Potentially.
Like, we love Kyrie, but also, like, he does what he wants. You know, it's just like, I respect people that do that with their job. A job is a job. You know, like, I don't care. Don't let a job run you into the ground. Take whatever time you need, do whatever you want or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, we're paying you and you're just not here. Like,
he's gonna be looked at as problematic in the future. For sure. Just because, like, even last year he was like taking just time off, and like everybody needs time off, but it's like they expecting you, they paying you these millions of dollars, they expecting you to be there so they can compete for a championship. Right. So it's like if
you want to be on the bench, that's fine. We'll pay you for bench money.
Yeah, but not just superstar,
superstar
contract,
salary,
max contract, and you taking games off, you going here, you doing this, you unreliable. You know what I'm saying? You're being paid to be reliable.
It's still business at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, yeah. So it's like,
And I supported him last year. Take those mental health days, those personal days, whatever. But now, of course, when it comes to this whole vaccine, I'm just like, okay, if that's the hill you want to die on, okay. But years from now, when we're like, oh, obviously vaccines are necessary. You know, like a lot of us run around for polio and measles, mumps, whatever, you know? So a lot of us don't understand why these vaccines are necessary. And again, are very standard, nothing new under the sun, you know? So I just, you know, everybody will have that aha moment later.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like people come into the knowledge on their own time. Evidently, he's not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
It's his body, it's his choice. But like I said, it's action, it's consequences to your actions. So at the end of the day, I just don't feel like he should be held as like some like hero just because he don't want to get the vaccine.
Yeah, I don't. And
like,
the whole Chris Brown, I don't know why that was news. Like, okay, we don't care if Chris Brown agrees or not. Like, that's left field. Like,
would probably like, I ain't gonna say that says his vaccination status, but
oh no, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
But
and it just okay. It'll be these celebrities and you know, athletes, music artists. Like, y'all put all types of everything in your bodies all the time.
But y'all draw the line with the vaccine.
All the drugs.
That's what I'm saying.
Flowing through your blood as we speak.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all got
but okay.
Y'all steroids and all this other stuff that y'all doing, but like, no, y'all not gonna get the vaccine though. Like, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson, he spoke about it. Okay. He said unvaccinated players are letting their teams down. And I'm like, I could see that, but like in the same token though, like, bro, you wasn't letting your team down when you was out here raw dogging like back in your day and going crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't letting yourself down.
I would stop there because that's like, kind of spreading, you know, like misinformation or whatever. Like, we don't know how he contracted it.
It was from sleeping with having unprotected sex. Like, Magic Johnson was really, it's an interview that I seen. Yeah. He was talking about how he had a high sexual appetite and blah, blah, blah. So it was but
there's so many of our friends or people we know from day to day that have high sexual appetites and they have unprotected sex. And
I understand.
It's just like, do you deserve HIV?
No, but I'm saying,
and are you letting your work down and your family?
But you wouldn't put on a condom though. But
no, it's reckless. I'm not saying that it's not. It's reckless. But at the end of the day, it's just like, why am I gonna point fingers and judge him when
I'm not pointing?
Our best friends be doing the same thing. Like,
I'm just saying nobody deserves that because it's like serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bashing them for having it. I'm just saying,
but
like, it's easy in hindsight. Hindsight 2020. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, bro, your team was counting on you too.
You wish you would have done better, you know, but not even just about his team, for his own personal life and health and safety.
That's what I'm saying. He let his, like, kind of let yourself down in a way.
I think from his standpoint, you know, a disease is a disease, but if there's a cure, then yes, you are letting your team down. If you are just outright denying the cure, and not that the vaccine is a cure, but again, we have numbers proving it's like 11 times more likely if you contract COVID and you're not vaccinated that you will have complications or die. You know, so again, numbers and facts. So yeah, I agree with Magic Johnson. He probably knows better than anyone. Like, he's lived with HIV for years. I'm sure that he's taken science and medical advice into, you know, like, his own life.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's on the wrong side of anything. I think he does have room to speak. He deals with a lifelong disease, and he obviously does what is necessary to keep himself alive. These players that aren't taking the vaccine aren't doing what's necessary to keep themselves or other people around them alive. So yeah, you're letting your team down.
I mean, I can see both sides, but I'm just saying though, like, at the end of the day, I mean, he said his doctor was Dr. Fauci before Dr. Fauci was like big. You know what I'm saying? That's who was kind of helping him when he, for years, like, get the medicine that he needed to. I ain't gonna say
again to say Dr. Fauci's been around for years. Everybody's like, oh, he's so sketch and why should we trust him? He's literally been on textbooks of medical doctors for years.
Facts.
Ages, decades.
That is facts.
You know?
Which is crazy, but
yeah. So again, we just have more facts, you know, on the side of the vaccinated, but nonetheless.
To each his own.
Nonetheless.
I'm just not with the, like, I don't judge nobody. If you ain't got it, that's on you, bro. But just know that it's consequences, and just know that you can spread it. Like, you can spread it without it, but just know that, you know, you putting other people at risk. If you don't get it for yourself, just get it for other people, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, we're never going to reach herd immunity.
That's what I'm saying.
Otherwise,
unless you just plan on staying in your house for the rest of your life, which is unrealistic. So that's, at the end of the day, like, if you don't get it for yourself, get it to protect other people at that point.
And I do want to talk about, you know, rest in peace, Colin Powell, who did pass from COVID.
Yeah.
And that's sad, but also everybody's like, see, so what's the point of vaccine? Well, again, we didn't say that it was 100% effective. You know, there's always going to be a percentage of people that will have bad reactions, or it won't work, you know, or it won't protect you as much. Also, he was very old and had blood cancer, you know, so like very immunocompromised or whatever. So it's just like, don't start this whole like, well, what's the point of a vaccine? You know, there will always be those breakthrough cases.
Facts.
You know, again, we still have facts and data supporting otherwise.
Facts.
You know, so rest in peace to Colin Powell again. That's very sad. But yeah, just on the line of COVID and stuff like that, it's still important to get this vaccine, you know, like get your flu shots too. The flu is every year, and for immunocompromised people, the flu can be deadly, you know, and I think that because we've kind of had the flu around for a while, our bodies have adapted, you know, like we have more immunity built towards it, natural immunity or whatever. But I've had the flu before, it's no joke. And I've had COVID before, it's no joke. So do what you can.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
On the subject of controversial topics, I didn't know this, but I'm very shocked. Condoleezza Rice rejects critical race theory and says that she doesn't have to make white kids feel bad for being white. So
Disgusting.
it's always sad when like our black leaders.
I'm not surprised from her though.
Really?
Just based on she was in Bush's cabinet, right? Like,
She was, yeah.
so it's like I'm not surprised. Like I'm just not, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, we don't have to bully white kids and make them feel bad, but you do need to make them aware of how, you know, white people have treated our ancestors. You feel what I'm saying? That's my biggest thing.
No one is trying to make your child feel bad. No one is trying to make white people feel bad. If you feel bad, we all feel bad. We should all feel bad about what happened in American history. That still isn't that far long ago. Like,
and it's still remnants of slavery.
And again, we're still facing, you know, systematic racism and stuff like that. So yes, we do need to teach this to our children so that they know why, you know, like why do certain people feel a certain way towards black people?
Yeah.
This whole critical race theory is like, it's so upsetting to me because to me, it's like you're trying to erase history.
No, for real. That's what they was trying to do when Trump was in office, and Ben Carson said that basically was trying to say that slaves were immigrants. It's like, bro, what world do you live in? Like, you trying to act like
immigrants migrate, not are stolen.
That's what I'm saying.
Shipped.
So it's like y'all trying to rewrite history to basically for a narrative
make white
that
people feel
want.
more comfortable. This is what we've been doing.
Y'all trying to pacify what's really going on. It's like I said, you ain't got to make little Billy feel bad, but you do need to make him aware so that there can be some accountability.
And then again, we should all feel bad.
But I don't know. I wasn't surprised when I seen that. I'm not too big on Condoleezza Rice.
From what I've been hearing, I don't really know if we will be getting CRT in the school systems, which is upsetting because I already feel like, you know, African American history is already whitewashed, you know, in the school system. And I think critical race theory is critical, you know, like for history and stuff like that. But it's been getting so much pushback. I don't think we're gonna get it.
Yeah,
I don't.
Unfortunately, it's sad, but it's like I don't know. I know. I mean, I went to private school for a majority of like me going to school, so it's like I know for a fact like the curriculum that they taught out of, like they really did skip over like Black history. You had 2 pages, and it just told you the basic stuff. MLK. They skipped Malcolm X because he was too controversial. George Washington Carver, Rosa Parks, and that might have been all of the Black figures.
Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, and if you're a kid, like growing up, you would really think that that's all that Black people have done. You feel what I'm saying? But like Black people have done so much more. We built so much, and I just like really like speaking of Black folks, like I just went to the African American Museum in DC, and like just learning about like all the stuff that kind of happened, and it's like stuff that was swept under the rug. It definitely shined a light on like just the history of like how slaves were brought on the ships, and Thomas Jefferson, how he had slaves, his own kids were slaves, like, you know what I'm saying, like all of this stuff. And I'm like, bro, like they don't really touch on that in the school. So if y'all
so
trying
deep rooted,
it's definitely deep rooted. I'm like, bro, I mean, it was a good experience, but like overall, I was just like so like overwhelmed. I wanted to be on some Killmonger shit, just burn all this shit down, like, cause it was like, it had me feeling some type of way. Definitely had me in my feelings just to know that our ancestors went through so much, and it's not really even talked about for real. So I mean, I have a whole master's degree, and I definitely learned a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
That's cool. I still haven't been. I want to go still.
It's definitely worth going. It's so big.
Was it easy
though.
to get tickets?
Fairly. You gotta get. We had to get them like the night before. So it's like, but
I mean, when it first opened, you had to like book months out in advance. So that's good to know. Great. All right.
It's definitely worth going. I mean, it's like multiple floors. We didn't go through the whole thing because it'll probably take like multiple days to go and see everything, but. It's some dope stuff in there too, but like the first few floors is like very like, it kind of starts dark, and then as you reach the top floor, then you see like the achievements that Black people did in pop culture and all this stuff. But you got to go through the real, like, you know what I'm saying, controversial stuff. And then it even talked about like how Black people, like the prison industrial complex, basically like legalized slaves, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's like it showed all of that. And then it also has replica of they show like Emmett Till's casket or whatever. Wow. And it was like that was heavy to see too. So it was just a lot that I learned. But if you're in DC, it's definitely worth going. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, let's lighten things up a little bit and acknowledge some birthdays. Drake turned 35.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out Drake.
Kim K is 41. She don't even look like it. But again, we have money for surgeries. You too can look great at 41. No way. And Snoop turns 50. So
shout out Uncle Snoop, man. Everybody's uncle.
We love him.
Fact though.
It might be days in a couple of weeks. So.
Yep. For sure. So Scorpio season is upon us.
And it is.
It is for sure. That's what's up. Did you see You season 3 yet or no?
I did.
Yeah, definitely watch.
Did you watch it?
Watch the whole thing. For sure.
I don't want to give any spoilers because it's only been out for like a week now. So I feel like we should. I don't know. I feel like it's been out for a week, so it's kind of on you. But
if you haven't seen it, just skip this part.
Right. So I will say that I feel like whichever way they decide to go after this season, whether they decide to like continue or cancel, I think that was a good like ending, I would feel okay if we didn't continue this story or whatever. But also I feel like they left it kind of open-ended still too. Like he's in a new city, in a new continent, like
new identity.
And I love how they kind of wrapped up everything too in that season. Like I felt very good at the very end. I just watching You, it's disturbing. Like it's not horror, or whatever, but it's disturbing. And
it's almost like a new genre in a way. Like in a way they mix elements of, you know what I'm saying? A lot of different stuff.
And for me, it's just like it's interesting because I think they do a good job with the psychology portion of serial killers. But don't know if we need to give these tools to humanity. It's like, this is basically how you get away with murder. And this is, again, it gives good, insight as to why people are like this or whatever. Like you definitely look at these serial killers as people. It
definitely humanizes them.
But I don't know if we should be desensitized to that.
That's my biggest thing too. When I was watching it, like when you hear Joe doing like the voiceovers of like how he is rationalizing doing things or whatever, it's like it kind of like makes you be like, no, I kind of feel where he was coming from. Right. Or like even with what's the wife's name? What's her name? Love. Yeah. Like even like how she
was out of pocket.
She was out of pocket multiple times.
I was really Team Joe the whole season. Yeah. Like I don't think the difference between Joe and Love is that I feel like Joe doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want to be that person.
He was trying to clean his act up.
He
this
tries,
season,
and I, again, it sounds sick to say, but he like kills for a good reason, like for a good cause. Yeah. But Love is just like off the hinges.
Yeah, it's just like she was
has
about
no
to
control.
Clap the librarian lady.
Right.
What's her name? I forgot her name too.
Right.
But yeah, like I don't know. She was, and then the librarian, her daughter had walked in, and that basically saved her life. But it was just like,
I will say shout out to the you screenwriters, because clearly Black Lives Matter. Like both Black women have lived.
Oh yeah.
I think from the last season too or whatever. So Black Lives
I couldn't
Matter.
stand that. I couldn't stand that blogging girl. I don't know none of the names.
Oh, she was so.
I forgot her name.
That
but she was
whole
just
situation
irritating
I was like,
my soul.
Oh my
the
gosh.
whole season they talking about on Twitter that they want her to get a spinoff. I'm like, please don't.
No,
like,
for what?
Please don't. I don't need her and her husband.
I appreciated.
It was weird.
The only time that I could appreciate their marriage was when they were in the box and like the end of it, because I'm like, okay, now we're getting to like the root of why they are the way they are, you know.
Yeah. He shot Shorty in the ear.
Not on purpose.
I was weak, bro.
But then she just shot him. Like,
that's what I'm saying. They finally found the key and got out of there. But
I'm happy for the kid. I was like, dang, like he was so blind to all of it. Like he just really had a good heart.
Oh, you talking about the white boy? The teenager,
the neighbor.
Yeah,
like I'm glad he survived, but we really giving some spoilers away. So we
said
like,
spoiler alert, yo.
Yeah, like please put in.
If you haven't seen it, just skip this little part. But nah, they gave the kid away at the end.
That was
to the gay couple.
That was so sad because I feel like Joe really wanted to do good. He wanted to be good for his kid, and I will say like. Again, I understand Joe more than Love. You know, like, Love was crazy. She didn't deal with her trauma in a correct way. Neither did Joe, but...
Joe was trying.
He was trying.
He was trying this season. He was definitely trying to clean his act up. But Love wasn't going for it. So...
But then I look at Love and I'm like... That would be crazy if I was married to someone and I know that they can get obsessive with someone. That's cheating. Like...
Explain.
She knows Joe, and like she knows that he has that's his basically disorder or whatever. He gets obsessive, you know, or whatever. That is cheating when you're obsessive about another woman. You know,
and this is what you signed up for. But people do that all the time. It's like how you get them is how you lose them.
Yeah,
you knew what you were signing up for.
Yeah.
So how you gonna hold that against him? He ain't gonna change just for you. But women be thinking, oh, I can get this dude and I can mold him into the guy that I want him to be, and he can change for me. It's cap. It's cap. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like she's just naive like that, like thinking that he was gonna really change. He still had them boxes with collectibles in them, and my man's went and like he didn't cheat on her with the neighbor. Well, I mean, but definitely still had like her drawers in his hand when he went back and had Love up against the walls. So it's
that's
like, yo,
sick.
you feel
Right?
me? Like
so
that's sicko. Like, you know he's sicko mode. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know this. So why would you even like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, huh.
And yo, it's just it was a lot to unpack. It was a lot to unpack. And the person who I felt the most for was the neighbor, the man, who felt like he was losing his mind because he knew he wasn't believing the story that came out. And it's like
that's love.
That's love. But what I'm saying is like I see myself in him because it be times where I know I be right, but I just need a little bit more time to transpire before the truth can come out. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody's like, yo, you wigging, you crazy, da da da. It's like no, I know.
Trust me. Yeah.
But and it's like. He had receipts, but they made him, you know what I'm saying, wipe out his, you know what I'm saying? And he was like tweaking. And so for me to know the truth and for it not to come to light, I feel for him, dog. I really feel for him because like he already lost his wife, but then for y'all to give him this false narrative of how it like said that she was having an affair with that dude. That dude was you know what I'm talking about? The little man, he was like a geek. He was like a nerd. I'm like, bro, she would never cheat.
Yeah, that was sick. But that was all Love's fault. Like,
but the writing on season 3.
Joe cleans it up really well. Like that letter he wrote or the email he wrote to the community. I was like, whoa.
Dots his I's and crosses his T's for sure. Like, Yeah.
Sacrificed the toe and everything for it.
That was wild. I was like, ugh.
I didn't watch.
That was so like gruesome. Like I'm like, ugh.
Could not watch it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully season 4 is
Yeah.
just as lit. But I mean, I don't know. This season was probably the best so far, in my opinion. But we'll see.
I just think that we can again, I just don't know how I feel. Like I don't know if we should continue this in society. You know, like things are already getting weird out here. So we don't need to give crazy people a playbook. Honestly.
Yeah, because you'll get so involved in that joint to make you start feeling like you crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'll start making you have thoughts like not like killing nobody, but like it'll make you start like rationalizing and be like,
oh yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like stuff that you know is out of pocket.
Yeah, like
you know
we
what
don't
I'm
need to
saying?
give killers mercy, you know. So yeah. I didn't know, but Taraji P. Henson says that she's still missing a piece of her lip due to an abusive relationship.
Yeah, I seen her.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't feel like that's... I appreciate her sharing that, but it's like domestic violence is never a good look. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
Yeah.
It's just like...
Was this like before she was famous?
She didn't really say when.
Yeah.
She was really... The episode, she had a episode, she had Angela Simmons on her show, and Angela Simmons was talking about how she was domestically abused, and then Taraji chose to share that info. And it's just like...
A lot of women don't share. Like I said, I've said before, I just feel like when one woman speaks up, other women feel encouraged to, and it's way more common than you think.
For sure.
And that's why I'm always like, believe victims, you know, and it doesn't matter how much time it takes for them to speak on it. You know, a lot of people don't want to be publicly embarrassed or share something so deep, you know, that they're really trying to suppress and get past, you know, so.
No, I feel that.
Yeah, my heart goes out to her. Yeah.
There's been a lot of shorties that I've come across in my 30 years on this earth, and they, for whatever reason, like I guess people feel comfortable enough around me to like share stuff with me, and like you will look on the outer surface of someone, especially like because women are so strong, so you'll look on the outer surface of a woman and her appearance, and like a lot of times they might not look like what they've been through. You feel what I'm saying? They can mask it. And you wouldn't even think somebody would have gone through something domestic like that. But some of the stories that I've heard and stuff like that, like I just be losing respect for like a lot of men, because it'd be like a lot of times, like I love women so much, I be on y'all side a lot of the time, because it's just like...
I'll tell you what, I've been seeing more and more disgusting, horrifying stories from men, like predators. And I mean, this is about to get off topic, but there was some dude that was like siding with R. Kelly. I don't know if you saw that video.
Oh yeah, he was like justifying. Like,
it's getting scary. And it's just like every time I see that, I'm like, and when we say men don't deserve shit, what does that mean?
Yeah, a lot of times.
And I'm not overgeneralizing, but I'm just like, I don't know what it is.
I don't know, dog.
But it's not just men either, because Brittany Renner.
Speaking of, yeah,
she was got dragged as she should for that comment she made about, what was it, Jackson State or something?
She was on some campus and was like,
hide your sons.
Hide your sons.
If a man was to go on campus and say something,
it's definitely a double standard. Definitely a double standard.
We have a predator on campus.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I'm not trying to defend her at all. She's definitely out of pocket. But like, legally and illegally, like it's not illegal, it's just morally wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but she definitely like groomed that young man.
I mean, we still haven't.
I'm sure
heard
he
her
was
side
consenting, you know, but he didn't know. And that's the thing, it's just like, as an older adult, you know that younger adults are not mentally mature enough to make good decisions for themselves.
Yeah, I feel
so
like
that's when you prey on you prey on younger people, because you know that you can manipulate them. Yeah. And I feel the same way about older men that try to date me. It's just like, what do you want with me? You're in your 40s.
I mean,
I'm not the one.
Some women,
the 2 or the 3.
Some women go for that though. Some women want an older man. You feel what I'm saying? And
because maybe she's getting something out of it too. You know, that I don't know.
Some women want a sugar daddy. You know what I'm saying?
Both manipulation tactics, if that's what y'all want your relationship to be based off of. But
it's sad.
Yeah.
For sure. One person I wanted to shine a little bit, give a little bit of credit to this week, Big Sean. I don't know if you seen Big Sean dropped a freestyle this week with the LA Leakers. I think it was like almost 10 minutes long. He spit over like 3 or 4 different beats.
Okay.
Spit over the Drake Love All instrumental.
Okay.
Hurricane Kanye West instrumental. And a few other ones. And like, I think with this freestyle, Big Sean said a lot. He had a lot of bars in there, a lot of factual stuff he brought up. Even like the Tuskegee experiment, he talked about that in this freestyle. Like he shed a lot of light on a lot of stuff. And with this freestyle, Big Sean's back in my top 5. Yeah. Like he's one of the people that's like kind of will fluctuate, but in my top 5,
because he doesn't always put out music.
But this, I'm ready. And he dropped a new music video this week too. Okay. So he dropped the freestyle and the new music video. He definitely putting his hat out there like, yo, don't forget about me. I'm still one of them ones. Yeah. And I would say,
I've always loved Big Sean ever since he first came out. He's always been solid, never controversial. Like,
yeah, he's just
a good dude and a good rapper.
Yo, Big Sean, like that freestyle was serious. Yeah. Like, it's definitely probably one of the best of the year. I think Cole went on LA Leakers a few months ago when he dropped his album. He had a good freestyle too. Okay. But Sean, shout out to you, young man. You still. I love that. And speaking of that whole class, they say allegedly the streets are saying Kendrick finna drop in the next week or so. A week or two. A lot of snippets had got leaked this week. Okay. And so, hey, I guess we could be looking forward to a Kendrick album. I think he's going to drop before the end of the year because, I mean, everybody's dropped this year. Cole, Drake, Kanye. So we waiting on Kendrick at this. Everybody's out of the way. It's the coast is clear now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we could get Kendrick before 2021 is out.
Yeah, maybe in November for sure.
That would be good. So
I'm curious to see how it goes because all I know is that song with Baby Keem. I was like, I listened to it. I was like, okay, this is
which one? It's 2 different ones.
The brother,
Range
brother
Brothers.
This, brother that.
Range Brothers.
Okay.
Top of the morning.
I love that SpongeBob video.
Yo,
let's get this shit.
I feel like they be making music just for like TikTok, so it could be TikTok.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
which is smart in this day and age.
So, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Mm-hmm. Speaking of music, NBA YoungBoy was released this week on bond. That's been a huge story. But they say allegedly he's facing other charges that may put him right back in jail. But I know YoungBoy is like the savior of the young generation. Like they look up to YoungBoy.
For what?
Have you ever seen in the comment? Well, because he's like the hottest young rapper. Like,
but what does he stand for?
Hey, he's the YouTube king. He's
other than like 21 kids at 21 and in and out of jail.
I'm not one to judge. I just know the boy he's like the hottest for the young generation of rappers. He's there. Like you can't really say anything without his fans in the comment like YB is better or Ratio. Like they go super hard. Like his fan base is like toxic, but they really go super hard for YoungBoy. So the fact that
that's that
he's
music
out,
like mind control that
he really like his numbers are out of this world for somebody that's as young as he is, and he really got the youth. Like you see 5-year-olds dressing up as an NBA YoungBoy for their birthday party.
That's
like,
a parent thing.
It's like, bro,
that's a parent thing.
They love that man, yo.
No, that's a parent thing. 5-year-olds don't know about NBA YoungBoy.
No, they do.
They want to be a Ninja Turtle.
No, some of them do though. Like I think it's just where you at on the map. Like if you down south, they look at that man as like, and I mean, look, I'm not from that. Certain music just doesn't resonate with me because it's out of my age bracket. Like I've tried to give Uzi
or
a
lifestyle.
Chance. I've tried to give YoungBoy a chance.
Uzi's different.
Nah, I don't relate to it. Like I tried to listen to Eternal Etate. Yeah, that's new Uzi, not really it for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. Old Uzi, yeah.
But some people is just like I said, they just. I'll give it a shot, but I just be like, bro, this ain't for me.
I don't think Uzi and NBA YoungBoy are in the same.
Uzi's actually closer to our age.
Yeah, but he's kind of more so like.
But he acts like he's like he just turned like 27, but he acts like, I remember when he was like a few years ago, he was like, if you over 25, you an old nigga, but you 27 now. Like, I don't understand when people age shame people, because it's like, if you keep living, if God blesses you long enough to live, you're gonna be eventually an old
We
nigga.
all do it.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
subconsciously though, like, aren't you like 40? You know,
I don't like, I hate when people
then when we
age
turn
shame.
40, we're gonna be like, and I'm still
Like Drake age shames, like people,
Oh,
and
I
it's like, bro,
know.
you 35. That's not necessary. You're not a young chicken, like spring chicken. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, if you live long enough, you're gonna be old. So I don't get the age
Exactly.
shaming.
Yeah.
I will just say, hey, I don't even knock young people because they got their own sound and their own trends.
Yeah.
I just say it's not for me. I ain't gonna talk down on it.
Right.
Like when Soulja Boy came out. And he came out with Crank That, and then Ice-T was like, "Oh, Soulja Boy killed hip hop." It's like, bro, like that's you sound like an old head. Like me, I might not listen to it, but I know what's hot and what's not.
Yeah.
It's just not for me. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the J. Cole, Big Sean, Wale, Drake, like that's the class.
For sure.
Wiz, like that's the class that I listen to.
Yeah.
Anything necessarily under that, probably not for me. But
Yeah.
that's the class of like lyricists that I listen to, because I like lyricism.
Same, right.
After that, it's kind of, I ain't gonna say there's no young
It's hit or
lyricists,
miss,
but it's like it's not that many. It's like Corday, he's a young lyricist, and other than that, I can't really name too many off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But it's a few out here that's spitting bars.
There's still some young
You know
kids
what
that
I'm
I'll listen to. I won't like listen to the whole album, but
Yeah, a few
if
songs.
it gets mainstream, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like this. This is
Yeah.
cool. I'll download it.
But
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Speaking of young rappers, Kodak Black. I saw the video of him dancing with his mom and grabbing her inappropriately. I'm just
Bruh, what was that, Kodak? Like, I don't understand. He tried to clean it up yesterday. He put a video out talking about like his mama is like, he did it to make his mom feel beautiful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you need your ass grabbed to feel beautiful.
like,
Is what you're telling
my
me.
mama, my old lady, like I gotta make her feel like beautiful and special. And I'm like, bro. He's like, we not doing nothing crazy and nothing like that, but I just wanted to make her feel special.
She probably
I'm
feels the same. Like that, she is definitely a "my son is my king" type woman.
Yeah, but that'd be inappropriate if she
It is
grabbed his
inappropriate.
crotch area.
It's
You feel what I'm
all
saying?
inappropriate.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, it's like a certain
It's
respect that you
emotional
have
incest.
for. There's a certain respect that you have for, you know, I think even after, like, I don't tell nobody how to raise their kids, but like, even like when a kid gets to a certain age, it can be confusing if you're kissing them in the mouth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it has to be certain boundaries.
That's like
and stuff that's
toddler,
put in
baby
place.
toddler age.
Yeah,
and then,
like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like these mixed signals, these mixed messages, like for Kodak to just, I was disturbed by the video.
It was weird.
It was like definitely weird. Like,
He's weird.
and I was just like, I mean, even though he tried to clean it up, it was weird to me. I wouldn't do those things. Dancing with your mom is one thing, but like grabbing her and it looked like he was trying to kiss her in her mouth too. Like if you watch the extended version of it, it looked like he tried to kiss her in the mouth too. So I'm like, bro, like it's too much for me. But
it's probably some things we need to unpack there, but it's not for me.
It's not for me.
No, that's for him and his therapist. And then I guess he said that he can cheat on a woman, no problem, but he can't take a woman back that cheated on him. And this is not the first time I've seen a man say that. And
a lot of men can dish it. They
I
can't
just roll
take
my
it,
eyes like, whatever. Okay.
It's a double standard. It's like y'all can dish it, but y'all can't take it. It's like,
Oh no, I'm learning that men are way more sensitive than they lead us to believe. Like way more sensitive. You could just say something and they're like, they hold that in, and I'm like,
but
really?
yeah,
Like
it's
you
a
feel
coping
this
mechanism.
way? Like,
It's a
I thought we were
coping
off this,
mechanism.
or yeah. Honestly, just don't cheat on each other, guys. If anybody cheats, just leave the relationship.
That's the moral of the story.
Moral of the story. Like,
The moral of the story is if you feel like you're about to cheat or you have feelings for somebody else, just break up with the person before you cheat on them. Like
and
like
if
just
someone
be
cheats
100.
on you, just break up with them. Like, just
Like
there should
it's
be
just
no
toxic.
taking back.
It's just toxic. It's just like, yo, if you feel like you're not feeling who you with, let them know and be honest before you cheat.
Yeah.
Don't have that person out here looking dumb or feeling, you know what I'm saying, played in public. Like, it's not a good look. If you ever been cheated on before, it's not a good look. You feel what I'm saying? So
No,
it's like,
yeah.
why would...
It's just way more. It's layers to it. You know, when you cheat on somebody,
definitely
it's so many layers. You know, it messes with someone's self-confidence, but then also you're like messing with someone's health, you know, like sexual health or whatever. Just their view of love, you know, it's so many layers to it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
And it's a lot of layers to what constitutes as cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like texting, calling, spending time with somebody. I think anytime you giving attention to somebody else that's not your significant other, it could constitute as cheating. Yeah. In my book. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm not one to judge, but if you feel like you need to cheat, just break up with who you with.
It's that simple. I mean, I know it's not simple. Or easier said than done, but
yeah. But yeah, that's how I feel about that.
I feel like this was like one of the biggest pieces of news this week, but Alec Baldwin was left with a prop gun that was loaded, ended up killing one of the directors. That whole story is so sad. Like, and I'm like, who is to blame? It's a freak accident. I mean, I guess whoever was in charge of the props is being the one guilted for it. But what I don't understand is that how do we have prop guns that are loaded? Why? Like, I guess they're like, well, it was a blank or something, but apparently blanks can still kill people in close range. Yeah. We don't need that. And like, we have so much technology, like there's just no excuse for it. We have so much technology in this day and age. Like, if you want to see like a slow moving bullet or the sound or like the gunpowder, you want to see that, you know, like up close or something, we have CGI. You know, we have so much technology, and this isn't the first accident we've had, you know, on a movie set, nice. You know, with somebody being killed by a gun. I don't understand why this is even happening in 2021, but my heart goes out to the whole crew and Alec Baldwin. That is traumatic. You know, this is like another day on the job. You didn't know, you know, and now this lady is gone, you know, like I don't know. Like, if I was him, I probably would not even act.
Me coming and being on film sets and stuff like that, like, you always are extra careful, like the films, like the crew and stuff like that. But it's like, yeah, this is just a freak accident for real. And it's just like, I do feel sad because that's my question. Like, why is the prop gun loaded? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's just sad altogether. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the director or cinematographer, whoever is like just going to work on a regular day. You ain't thinking you're not gonna make it back home to your family. Yeah. And Alex Baldwin ain't think he was gonna kill somebody, you know, and some other people got injured too. So you just doing your job, trying to come off as real as possible for the role that you portraying, and it goes too far. You know what I'm saying? So that's traumatic too. He gotta deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's one thing to kill somebody and you know, okay, this is my intention. But to like have a freak accident happen on set when you playing a role and this transpires, is like really sad. Yeah. So it's like, yeah.
I probably would just retire and just kind of like.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he don't need the money or nothing, like the clout or nothing at this point. So it's like.
Not that he shouldn't, you know, like continue to do something that he loves. I just figure that was so traumatic. I would probably have PTSD, you know, after that. So don't force it. My hearts go out to everybody on the set and their families involved. So.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Did you see Megan Thee Stallion teamed up with Popeyes?
I did.
She got the hottie sauce. Have you tried it?
I haven't tried it. We're getting a lot more, you know, of celebrity fast food deals. I think that's fitting for Meg. You know, she's a Southern sweetie, and I guess they made an actual different sauce for her. So it wasn't like when Saweetie did with McDonald's. It was just like sweet and sour sauce, but they renamed it Saweetie sauce or whatever. Like, I guess this is like a limited edition. Like, you can only get this for this time or whatever. So I think that's how it should be done, you know, like instead of this is just what this is Travis Scott's order, you know, so you too can eat like Travis Scott. And it was like, okay, so Travis Scott has my order. Like, that's what I've been eating all these years, you know, like.
It's kind of weird. Like the meal thing, like even Burger King did the joint. They got Nelly has a Burger King meal called the Cornell Hayes Jr. meal, and they named it after his like real name because they said like Burger King is like got real ingredients, so it's so real that we're gonna name the meal after like people's real names. That's
really interesting that they're now like marketing that whole real ingredient thing. Cause like, so what were you selling before?
That's what I'm saying.
And I still don't trust it because they have like what 20 nuggets for $2 or something like
and
that.
It don't say chicken nuggets. You gotta look at the commercial. When you see the commercial and they giving out all these nuggets for this low price, it does not say chicken nuggets. It don't say white meat. It just say nuggets. We don't know what type of meat that is, bruh. Right. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like when you go to the Chinese restaurant and they say wings and don't say what type of wing that is.
You already know how I feel
and then
about
you
that.
get the wing, right? And they got a whole extra little joint on it. Like this, like what part of the bird is this, bro? Like this say, hold up, bro. What is this, bro? What y'all serving, dog? It's sketch. You feel me? So at the end of the day, look, to each his own. But nah, I might eat Burger King once a year. I don't really like Burger King, bro.
I don't remember the last time.
I don't really like
I was craving. I
won't
lie to you. Like I've been craving lately some McDonald's nuggets, and I've been like staying away from it. I don't know what it is. I just want some McDonald's nuggets. I don't want nothing else. Just some nuggets.
It's cool every now and then, but it's like to be eating it like when like I was back in high school and stuff like that. It's just like your taste buds like mature. Like I remember getting out of school at Bethel and eating Taco Bell and McDonald's is like on the regular, and it was like, bro, like that's not even real food, bro.
Yeah,
like
the only thing I'll get from Taco Bell is their nacho fries. I'm like, a fry is a fry, a potato is a potato, you know.
Taco Bell, I just get a Baja Blast.
Yeah,
and might get a taco or something, or like whatever it is. But like, I don't try to make it a habit to like eat that all the time because it's really not. It's really not good for real.
Yeah,
like it's really not.
But shout out to Meg for her new deal. She's been getting a lot of partnerships and stuff. She just had Nike, now Popeyes. So.
Yeah, I think she actually like it's more than just the sauce. I think she's like doing some business with Popeyes. I think she's gonna be a franchise owner of a few, from what I heard.
Yeah.
So it's like bigger business than just this. So
I love that.
You know, shout out to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Women making moves in the industry is always good.
I love that.
For sure.
It's good to be back.
Facts.
Yeah. All right. Well, where can the people find you?
Follow me on Instagram at T.Cooke Official. Follow me on Twitter at The Cookbook. Follow The Trouble Pod on Instagram, TikTok. Subscribe to the YouTube page.
Like, comment. We want to see what you guys have to say.
Thanks.
You can follow me at Briaunna Monet on Instagram and Twitter, Monet on TikTok. And yeah, that's it.
See y'all next week.
All right. That's a wrap.
Peace.